hear it, James?
No.
The guy shooting on the back.
Yeah.
Medic that just came out.
Bazooka! What's my gun off?
The Allied troop was successful in disabling the Norman tower.
The door.
Huh?
Looks like it's starting to burn.
Keep reinforcements! Germans, right there! Go!
Look at the armored car.
To the forward line of the German forces in the wood line, right in front of the Allied troops, are firing into 42 machine gun standard squad heavy weapon equivalent to a 30 caliber squad weapon.
Kugelwagen! Oh!
Making another advance.
British! Oh, goodbye!
Look at the sign. He's ready to go by the river.
Even though they took out the armored car, the Allies are at a slight disadvantage because they're taking fire from two sides of the battlefield.
Everybody did not. The big chair is loud. Just knew it. Can I shoot it? Hey. Loud, I'm hungry again.
They stop firing! Up! Kugelwagen! There he goes, there he goes! No, they're gonna turn around, I think. No. I think they're gonna come up back.
One side of the battlefield is still looking at Germans without the support of the armored car now pulling back. And here comes the reinforcements on the right side of the battlefield for the Allies. Now that the flanking maneuver by the Germans has been silenced, the Allies don't have that disadvantage anymore.
Oh, over there!
Casualties are being taken on both sides.
British!
Springfield, let's go.
Oh!
Those who are on the left side of the battlefield, you see the medic working on the wounded, giving them aid. They'll try to get them back to a further aid station for further medical treatment.
That's a horrible idea.
This will be accomplished by getting them loaded onto a jeep or a vehicle as quickly as possible in order to rush to the rear.
The big metal.
Now the medics on both sides, German and American, they would treat the opponents. They treat any wounded soldier on the battlefield. There was an unwritten agreement to have that cordiality. It was much different in the Pacific. The Japanese were not so kind in treating wounded or prisoners. See, this one medic's got his work cut out for him. I was joined by another medic by the British Commonwealth Forces. Now, under the British, the other three forces, three Polish soldiers that escaped Poland, three French soldiers, and other British Commonwealth troops would all wear the British uniform under the British command.
The main assault is on top of the hill. That's where they're firing most of their concentrated.
You'll see now that the battle is kind of hunkered down, almost like a stalemate, exchanging fire. Now you can see some Allied troops across the river making some advances.
Oh, that guy ate the grass.
And that's what it's going to take to take an advantage in a battle. Overpower the enemy, surprise them.
Americans. Or British, I should say.
Got a good sizable force going across the other side of the river.
Huh? Oh, Kaiser.
So prisoner Roadshow Center being taken. Looks like he's trying to signal he's got a wounded comrade next to him. I do want to say that the war, the Allies knew the war was coming to an end at that point. It's going to be a matter of weeks, maybe a month before Berlin was going to be infiltrated and fall. All these guys are not anxious to get themselves wounded at this point. On the other hand, the German forces, they're close to, if not in, their home already. They're going to fight every tooth and nail.
Oh, boy.
That was a fruitless maneuver trying to escape this captivity there. The German just fell. That was taken prisoner.
Good shot. Good job.
They're doing something over there. So
Some more Commonwealth troops of Great Britain advancing from the left side of the battlefield.
oh, that's who the people are up on the hill.
And more Germans are now giving up. They've got no backup support arriving.
I'm gonna bolt to the and grab a shell.
Well, the battle seems over at this point. It really is not, because the Germans could have somebody hiding in the tree line, ready to cut down the Allied soldiers when they're not expecting it, as I speak. And they could have snipers up in the trees or in hidden positions. So they actually have to clear this whole area to make sure that it's secure.
There's some surrendered, there's the Germans, I think. That's the guy we talked to.
Starting to get a close look at the German soldiers now
Did the guy we talked to die?
in their gray-green uniforms.
I don't think so.
Well, the Germans, like a lot of other European countries, they're basically fighting in the field in their dress uniform. They would wear the same uniform as they're on parade. The Americans are one of the first countries to develop uniforms specifically for combat in the field. And the Germans did start to copy this with the Fallschirmjäger paratroopers and other specialized troops. The Americans would wear a completely different uniform for going out for formal occasions. Even the British uniform, that's their battle dress uniform, they wear it in combat and also off duty. Some prisoners are being interrogated. Any German officers will be taken to the forward headquarters base for questioning. The enlisted soldiers would be taken to the rear to temporary prison encampments, and eventually dispersed to other more permanent prisoner of war areas. A lot of German prisoners were, not so much at this stage in the war, but earlier throughout the war, they were shipped overseas back to America. And we had a lot of German prison camps right here in Wisconsin. Some of these prisoners had actual relatives near the areas where they were in prison. There wasn't much fear of them escaping. They were pretty kind to their captors, and the captors are pretty kind to them, and they actually got a stipend. Another German trying to escape. They actually got a stipend for helping to harvest crops in Wisconsin. And they could use this at the prisoner of war barracks PX to buy things, and some of them would actually escape at night, go to the local establishment, have a few beers, sometimes meet up with relatives, and the guards knew this, and they knew they'd be back after the door closed. So, quite different than the Japanese prisoners of
I
war.
wonder how hot it is when they're wearing that cap.
I'm hot right now. You don't run like your buddies over there. That won't end up good.
They're both dead already.
Oh no. What have they found?
They found the driver.
Officer.
And on their knees. Smells good. It's like old engines.
Oh yeah.
Looks like they pretty much got things mopped up here.
That's the BAR
The
right
battlefield's secure. They're going to go regroup, get some more ammo, take a little breather, and then this patrol's going to advance forward toward Germany. Let's give our reenactors a big round of applause.